Good morning, class. I'm back for another circle time. I hope you enjoyed our director draw yesterday. It was a little challenging, but I think each time we do something live like that, it'll get easier and it'll get better and better. Next week, I have a science experiment planned, so be on the lookout. More details to come. I'm excited. And it's something you'll be able to do at home, so I'm excited for that too. So let's start by figuring out what day today is, and then I'm going to read a book, and then we're going to end with a song called I Had a Little Turtle. So let's get started. Hello, Jello. Hi there, Grizzly Bear. How are you, Caribou? I'm fine, Porcupine. What's up, Buttercup? Not much, Coconut. This is how our day begins. Hi, hi, Pumpkin Pie. How you been, Dolphin? Just great, Rattlesnake. What's shaking, little bacon? Not a lot, Tater Tot. This is how our day begins. All right, let's take a look at the calendar. So we know we have stay-at-home Saturday, stay-at-home Sunday. Monday is our first school day of the week. Then it's Tuesday, followed by yesterday, which was Wacky Wednesday. And that means today is Thursday. There's two letters I put together to make that sound. Can you make it? For Thursday, or thank you, Thanksgiving, TH, we put them together to say Thursday. Today is Thursday. Our month is March. Thursday, March 26. And our year is 2020. So the book I chose for today is one that always makes you guys laugh, and so I thought it would be great. It's called Muncha Muncha Muncha. And I chose this book. Our theme is kings, queens, castles, and dragons. And this guy has to build things to protect his garden, like a moat and things like that. And it reminds me of how people build things to protect their castle, protect what's inside their castle walls. So they have to build things around to keep people out, kind of like what he does in this story. So we're gonna get started, and then we'll do our song, and yeah, it'll be good. Muncha Muncha Muncha. This is written by Candace Fleming, and the pictures were drawn by G. Brian Carras. This book is a little bit longer, so I'm going to read it and then show you the picture, just to make it a little bit easier. For years, Mr. McGreenly dreamed of planting a garden. He dreamed of getting his hands dirty and of growing yummy vegetables and gobbling them all up. What's your favorite vegetable? There's so many I like. I like Brussels sprouts, which smell really gross, but I think they taste delicious. I love things like celery and salads. Oh, broccoli. Oh man, asparagus. Have you guys ever had asparagus or artichokes? Oh, I love vegetables, and they're good for you. He never once tried growing a garden until this spring. By golly, this spring, said Mr. McGreenly, I'm going to plant a garden. So he's decided to plant a garden. I wonder if you have a garden at home. What do you grow in your garden? I am not good at growing things, so unfortunately, I do not have a garden. I should though. I should give it a try. So he hoed and he sowed, and he watched his garden grow. Lettuce, carrots, peas, tomatoes. Yum, yum, yummy, said Mr. McGreenly. I'll soon fill my tummy with crisp, fresh veggies. So there he is taking care of his garden. But one night, when the sun went down and the moon came up, 3 hungry bunnies appeared. Tippy, 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 pat. Muncha, muncha, muncha. What happened? They ate his lettuce. Oh, those bunnies. The next morning when Mr. McGreenly saw his gnawed sprouts, he was angry. So he built a small wire fence all around his vegetable garden. There, he declared, no bunny can get into my garden now. So there he is. They ate his lettuce and that made him feel angry. So he built a small wire fence. Do you think that's going to keep those bunnies out? Let's see. Well, the sun went down and the moon came up and tippy, 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 pat, spring hurdle, dash, dash, dash. Muncha, muncha, muncha. It did not keep those bunnies out. They jumped right over it. The next morning when Mr. McGreenly saw his nibbled leaves and his gnawed sprouts, he was really angry. So he built a tall wooden wall behind the small wire fence all around his vegetable garden. Humph, he huffed. Those flop ears will never get over it. No bunny can get into my garden now. Well, this is much bigger than that small wire fence. Let's see what happens. Well, the sun went down and the moon came up and tippy, 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 pat. Dig, scrabble, scratch, scratch, scratch. Spring hurdle, dash, dash, dash. Muncha, muncha, muncha. They got in. The next morning when Mr. McGreenly saw his chewed stems, his nibbled leaves, and his gnawed sprouts, he was really, really angry. So he made a deep, wet trench outside the tall wooden wall, behind the small wire fence, all around his vegetable garden. Ha, he snorted, those pufftails can't get under it. They can't get over it. No bunny can get into my garden now. So he is so angry. Can you spot those sneaky bunnies in the picture? Can you? They're watching him work. Those bunnies are pretty sneaky. I can spot their ears way up here watching him. Now the deep wet trench is kind of like a moat. A moat is kind of like a river that goes all around a castle. Watch out, maybe there's alligators in it. Well, the sun went down and the moon came up. Tippy, 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 pat. Dive, paddle, splash, splash, splash. Dig, scrabble, scratch, scratch, scratch. Spring hurdle, dash, dash, dash. Muncha, muncha, muncha. They swam right through it. These bunnies are pretty sneaky. I wonder how Mr. McGreenly's gonna feel now. Man, let's find out. The next morning when Mr. McGreenly saw his chomped blossoms, his chewed stems, his nibbled leaves, and his gnawed sprouts, he was furious. Do you know what furious means? It means really, really, really mad, really angry, so angry. Have you ever been furious before? That's a pretty strong feeling. So he hammered and blocked, he sawed, he stalked, he drilled and frilled and trapped and locked, and he built a huge, enormous thing before the deep, wet trench, outside the tall wooden wall, behind the small wire fence, all around his vegetable garden. I've outsmarted those twitch whiskers for sure, he said. They can't get through it, they can't get under it, and they cannot get over it. No bunny, no way, no how can get in my vegetable garden now. So there's the thing, right? And can you spot the bunnies in this picture? Over here by my pinky, you might be able to see their little ears. All right, let's see Well, the sun went down and the moon came up, and tippy, 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 stop! The three hungry bunnies looked and smelled and touched the enormous thing before them, and tippy, 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 pat, the bunnies hopped away. So they used their senses to try to figure it out, right? They touched it, they smelled it, and they looked with their eyes. I'm glad they didn't taste it. But they used all their senses to try to figure it out, and they decided they couldn't get in, so they hopped away. Okay, let's see. The next morning when Mr. McGreenly saw his untouched vegetables, he was happy. I would be happy too if I was Mr. McGreenly. Let's see. I beat the bunnies, I beat the bunnies. He whooped and did a jiggly wiggly victory dance. And then he climbed over, jumped across, squeezed between, and crawled under until he reached his vegetable garden. Ah, said Mr. McGreenly, at last. Smacking his lips, he picked and pulled up lettuce, carrots, peas, tomatoes, and with his basket overflowing, he reached inside for something yummy. There he is. He looks so happy. He's harvesting all of his vegetables. That's what we call it when we're picking our vegetables. It's harvesting our vegetables, right? But take a look inside his basket. Take a look. What do you see inside of his basket there? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think those might be bunny ears. Muncha, muncha, muncha. They were bunny ears. Oh my goodness. Oh no. So it looks like Mr. McGreenly couldn't beat him, so he just shared and joined them. This book always makes us laugh. I hope you enjoyed it. So we're going to sing a quick little song together, and then you will be on your day, and I will be on my day. I wonder what you have planned for today. What am I going to do today? Let's see. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to make sure my boys get their homework done, right? Because we're all learning at school. Let's see. Maybe I will try to get some exercise in. Maybe I will cook something yummy. I don't know yet. The day is early. We will see. So we're going to sing I Had a Little Turtle. So please, please show me your little turtle. Just like that. I had a little turtle. His name was Tiny Tim. I put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim. He drank up all the water. He ate up all the soap. And early in the morning had a bubble in his throat. Oh, bubble, 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 pop! One more time. Okay, ready? Show me your turtle. I had a little turtle. His name was Tiny Tim. I put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim. He drank up all the water. He ate up all the soap. And early in the morning had a bubble in his throat. Oh, bubble, 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 pop! Happy Thursday, you guys. Have a great day.